Okay, I'm going to make butter chicken and some curry potato and naan bread. I'm not going to make the naan bread. I bought it. And today I bought some coriander seeds and some cumin. I have turmeric and all kinds of other stuff that I'll add to this. So I'm just going to boil up a couple potatoes and a piece of a sweet potato because I have it left over. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, I'm just using 2 potatoes and maybe a slice of the sweet potato. And I'm going to dice them into like bite-sized pieces. And I'll boil them up a little bit and soften them, and then I'll run them under cold water. You could do this the day before, which would probably be better because the water would evaporate off them, but I'll just leave them on in the colander until they dry out for a couple hours or whatever. And I'm just using the 1 slice of the sweet potato just for a little bit of color. And I'm gonna add about a cup apiece to this and a bunch of herbs and spices. Okay, I'm cutting up a whole bushel of cilantro here, and I'll do some ginger and some garlic. I don't know, do you guys use a compost pile? I do. I have a lime here. I'm going to use probably half of the juice of it, depending on how juicy it is, to pour over my potatoes when I'm sauteing them up. So this part's all ready. I have 4 chicken breasts that I washed in lemon juice and let dry a little bit. And I'm going to cut this into bite-sized pieces. Now, I'm feeding my neighbors downstairs, so I guess a kind of serving, each person gets a chicken breast. I'll have one for myself and then one for tomorrow, which is lovely because it's going to be really hot out and I won't have to cook. So this will work out really nice. Yeah, and butter chicken's always better the next day anyways. So I'm going to, after I cut this all up, I am going to put some goat yogurt on top and some herbs and spices and let this marinate probably for an hour or so. Not much longer than that. So I've been really working hard making as many videos as I can. I'm getting lots of new subscribers and I'm really happy about that. Thank you to everybody who does watch me and likes and subscribes. I appreciate that a lot. And if you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe, push the notification bell, comment on anything you want to comment on. Yeah, I do appreciate it. I'm really trying hard to make a go at this. I was scared to do it. I probably should have done it through the pandemic and I probably would have got a lot more followers because everybody was sitting at home. And summertime, no one's really sitting in the house watching TV. But, you know, I'm still going to plug along at this, something I've always wanted to do and had a lot of fear doing it. And I lost my fear of it. And I know I'm not perfect by any means. And I know I don't have all that fancy equipment and all the rest of it. But I still really enjoy doing this. I guess I'm going to have to get a part-time job so that I can afford to buy some equipment and stuff. And that's okay. I do okay financially. I'm not rich by any means. I live a nice little life. But besides doing these videos, they definitely been keeping me occupied. Thank you to everybody. I need to do something else. So I have it in a bowl now. And I have a spice base in here, and I'm adding probably a big, maybe 2 huge tablespoons of goat yogurt, and just mix it all together and let it marinate. Oh, it's so good, you have no idea. This turns out lovely every single time. And then I'll saute some herbs and spices and stuff, like garam masala, turmeric, probably a few cloves in that. I'm going to cut up some ginger and some garlic here for my sweet potato, or for my potato mixture. I'll add a little bit of this into my butter chicken as well. I'm not going to overbear in it. I'm just going to use a couple garlic cloves because I am using lots of different spices. I use coriander, garam masala, turmeric, all kinds of stuff. So I'm just going to get this all chopped up and put into the pan. My potatoes are boiling. I don't want them to be cooked. I just want them to be a little bit hard to the fork, and then I'm going to drain it and let it sit and dry for a bit while I'm preparing everything else. But I'm almost there. I'm going to prepare my 2 frying pans here. Drain these potatoes first and let them cool down. Throw some cold water off them so it stops the cooking process. And then just let them drip dry in the pot. So I don't have all the herbs and spices that they would have, Indian people would have. But I do the best that I can with what I have. This is kind of the base for a samosa is really what it is. Okay, I'm just going to reserve this and let them cool off and get busy doing everything else. For my buttered chicken, and this one's going to be for the potatoes. I'm going to put potatoes and some peas. I'm putting chili oil in there, what I have left of it. If I had ghee, I'd use that. I'm going to put a little bit of, not much of the cumin. And I'll do a little bit of the coriander seeds as well. I need to get a container for these, obviously. I just bought them, but I have a couple jars in the back. Control how much I put in. Don't want too much. You could use fennel seeds too if you had them. And I'm going to add my ginger and my garlic to this. Also a bay leaf, put in there. The juice of half a lime. I just squeeze it down here. And I'm going to pour that over my potatoes for some little added flavor. My pan's ready and hot. I'm just going to heat it up and cook down the spices a little bit, and then I'll add my chicken into this one and my potato mixture into the other one. I went and got myself a wooden spoon. I have such a bad habit of cooking with a fork. I don't know why I have that habit, but I do. And it drives my girlfriend Rhea crazy, so I decided I'll get a spoon out for her. Hope you enjoy this, Rhea. Okay, I'm adding my marinated chicken into this. And I'm just going to cook it up a little bit, and then I will put a lid on it. So this is the mixture that I had reserved with the goat yogurt and the spices on it. Just saute this. And I'm going to mix this up. I just turned it on low. I'm going to add my potatoes in here and some peas. And some lime juice as well. I hope no Indian people come at me, because I'm not saying I know what I'm doing. This is just kind of my version of it. So this is kind of what you'd make pretty much for a samosa, but I'm not making the wrap for it. Put your peas in, saute them. They're frozen peas. I wish they were fresh, but they're not. And then I'm going to add my potatoes that have cooled and drained. Better if you do the potatoes the day before, but I didn't. I knew I was forgetting something. I forgot my onion. But I'll just add it now. I'm beating everybody by the looks of it. And just start sauteing that down. I'm going to put a lid on it, actually. Going to add my lime juice into this. Chicken's looking really good. And then I'll add the tomato base to this after I caramelize this a little bit. I'm going to turn this down to medium. Full of cilantro in here. Okay, I put a couple pads of butter because I don't have any ghee. And I only used a little bit of olive oil, and I'm just gonna cook them down really slow because the chicken's gonna take longer. I added the tomato base in here, and I'll mix it all together and put a lid on this, and then I'll add more cilantro right near the end. I'll put another big handful of cilantro on this. And you can top it with some goat yogurt when it's all finished. Just leave your peppers and stuff in there. It's not going to hurt anybody. And I am going to put a little bit of salt into my potatoes. Just a tad of salt, and I'm going to do a pinch of pepper and cook them down. Okay, it's looking good. Just stew down time. Gonna add some fresh saffron in there. Just a pinch. Okay, everything's simmering down. I'm gonna add cilantro and goat yogurt on top to that in about 5 minutes. And my potatoes are just about done. And I'll take the lid off that in a minute and let them dry out. And I'm just gonna dry up my dishes. I already washed them. Okay, the butter chicken's done, the potato is done, and I'm just gonna heat up a couple naan breads. I'm actually feeding the tenants downstairs. Oh, wait, everything's done and ready. The butter chicken's done. I'm just waiting for Emily to get home downstairs. We had an incident last night, and they were very helpful. So I decided I was gonna make some butter chicken, and I know they love it, so I made them some as well. So I'm gonna serve them dinner tonight. I texted and said, don't cook dinner. Dinner's on me tonight. They were very, very helpful last night. The incident was not good. Dealt with it, I should say. So, all good. Anyways, I'm going to plate it up and I'll show you. Okay, dinner is served and I'm going to go eat. I'm going to try the potato first. See how that is. I have a little bit of goat yogurt with some cilantro in it. Very nice. Oh. This is truly amazing. It really is. That's a text from the tenant downstairs. He really, really liked it. I'm happy. Okay, see you tomorrow, everybody. Have a blessed day.